Hello! Hello, and welcome to this Minecraft Monday. My name is John, and I am joined by Sean.
Hello.
Dan. I nearly said Michael.
Hello. How dare you?
Not
Hello,
calling you Michael, just I nearly introduced Michael. And Sean is
He's
also
here in
here.
spirit.
Sean is just being super quiet.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Sean with all of the wisdom.
Hey, Tanny. Tanny isn't here because Tanny's taking a break from their computer, so they're watching us play the game.
Tanny has forsaken us!
And so, of course, I'm going to start the game by feeding my dragon Parthenax.
It's not exactly
Which was entirely your own idea.
Which was entirely my plan.
Reminded.
Totally. John came up with it. He was like, "Oh, I need to feed my dragon."
He most certainly hasn't been starving his dragon. It's fine.
To be fair, the dragon is perfectly fine.
Just hasn't eaten in weeks.
Like a snake, it doesn't need to eat all the time.
Yes. What is it? Snakes eat every 7 days or something. That.
Sometime now that world will pop in. There we go. So, now that I've fed the dragon a little bit, and hopefully it will, it'll be good, and it'll keep growing, because it's good, it's fine.
Pat, pat, there, dragon.
It hasn't been just looking at me hungrily all the time.
I am going to continue this build. Oh, nice. Tanny's mum gave them some money for food, and now they are having a nice hot cup of tea.
Ooh.
Hooray for food! Hooray for tea! Hooray!
Yay!
Skeleton called Ed the Odd. Oh, he's my new favourite.
We shall have
Oh, that's what I want.
Somebody alert Game Hog.
That's what I need to go see. I need to go see if Dan the Enderman's still trapped.
It's alright, I've whacked him into a mob imprisonment tool. He shall be mine.
Yes, he is. Daniel the Enderman is still trapped.
Jeff and I did deal earlier with I believe it was a Rick friend of Herobrine.
Oh god.
Intriguing.
So I want to continue setting up this, which is my production line for fissile fuel. I also have made a shopping list of sorts of the requirements to build a small fissile generator, which we're going to build over here when the world pops in. There we go.
Give it a second. Is that the one that I wanted? I'm looking for circle templates.
Over here, where Sean is currently building me a nuclear nuclear power plant.
Space 4. I'm not the one doing the actual building of it.
Okay.
I have no idea, don't trust me. It would go bad.
Hi, Sean.
So that's an 18 by 18. I believe. Double check the count.
I am terrible at counting, but let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18. You just turned that into redstone.
Die.
I mean, if you didn't, somebody else did.
But that is disabled. That's what I'm saying. It does still happen.
What we might want to do is look at the... if I grab my book out real fast...
I disabled it, and yet it still occurs.
You're doomed to constantly turn other things into other things.
There is a
I feel
thing...
like there's a curse that's...
There's a thing called a shifting star.
Right.
That can wipe away your attunement perks.
Love.
It's great fun. It's just annoying that I can't like turn it off and it be a thing. It just seems to slow it down instead, maybe.
Hurrah.
But maybe if it becomes too annoying,
Yeah,
there
we
is
could
the
scrub
option
it
to
and-
take it away. And we just know not to pick that one.
Again.
Yes.
And I think it basically means that you lose your attunement and we have to reattune you to a star and
Okay.
start the whole thing over again.
Yeah, but you know, there are worse things.
Yeah.
Like eating a grenade.
Can't try want to know.
I mean, it's the worst thing. Can't deny that. Jesus. Just found a chest full of poisoned potatoes.
I know we've not got a rat man buying them at the minute, have we?
There's a plague dog
Nah.
outside mine.
Is he buying rotten potatoes?
And don't know, he's disappeared now. He was outside mine.
Yeah, they kind of despawn at some random point. 2, 3, 4, 2,
Right.
9.
So while Sean is working on that, I'm going to finish setting up... Oh, I thought it was nighttime. Is it not nighttime? It's not nighttime.
No, 'tis not the night.
'Tis not night.
2, 3,
It is not of the night.
6.
I got so far as making sulfur trioxide. Sulfur trioxide goes in a chemical infuser with water vapor to make sulfuric acid. So to make the water vapor, I need a rotary condensator. Conveniently, in a very Blue Peter manner, here's one I built earlier.
Did you make it with back plastic?
Oh, of course, the very best.
Yeah. Just making sure.
So if I put that here, and then shrink myself down, I can run the water. I should have grabbed my pipes.
I only didn't grab my pipes.
Is that an
Right, so-
Enderman?
so- Ooh.
Or a friend of mine.
That sounds like an Enderman.
It doesn't smell like an
1, 3.
So you should be Rip Tanny. Bella be laying on Tanny. Tanny be crushed.
Enderman.
No,
Well,
Danny.
Well, that's it. You're stuck forever now. You'll never leave.
Yeah, that's it. I regret to inform you guys we've lost Tanny.
No god, I've fallen.
And I can't get up.
Yeah.
I'm in my cables.
Do you need a hand? Do we need to call the fire brigade?
Not yet, but maybe.
Swimming around like a mofo.
Okay, I got out.
It's going to be a stream of me counting random numbers. I apologise in advance, but I'm also not all that sorry.
Tanny says they don't want to leave, to be honest. They're comfy and need a good rest.
Fair.
Walking around.
You have
What?
absolutely no choice in the matter of
Yeah.
You
whether
shall
don't
rest.
You have to.
There is very little option now. You're resting, and that's it.
So I then need...
Did I do this wrong? I did. I'm goof.
So that needs to go into a chemical infuser.
Ooh.
2, 3.
Oop.
And a block of gold.
So
A block of gold or
Yeah.
a whole block? Sweet.
A whole block of gold.
Where did you find that?
In Atlantis.
Yeah! Atlantis provides.
Atlantis is love. Atlantis is life. However, I am now going to leave Atlantis because it's getting dark. So,
What, you think you can leave Atlantis?
yes, I can. I just have.
Nope, Atlantis is always with you, Sean.
Well, I
Always with you.
don't know how to rate this to you. I'm now outside the base. It's
Always watching.
well, it's like if I
It's in
if I
your
stay
blood.
in there at night, you get mauled by devolved Ratlantians.
Yeah, that's fair.
So no is the answer. No.
Just no.
Okay, there we go. Sulfur trioxide is now in my chemical infuser. I need to get you guys.
Is this how I wanted it? No, not how I wanted it. You know when you build something and your brain instantly goes, I'm just not feeling it. It's having one of those.
Now. Yeah, just one of those days, is it?
Yeah. Way through building a circle, and it was like right in the middle of the circle, and I don't think it was the right thing to do. Because the circle just looked way too big, but it's the most that it would fit in.
Okay, so I now have sulfuric acid. Yay! What was I doing with that again?
Nobody knows, John. Nobody knows.
We did also play after the session last week with the Shrinky-Doo and discover that you can pass it off to somebody else while shrunk and get stuck.
Yeah.
Alright, so what was the use of sulfuric acid? I needed to combine it with fluorite in a chemical dissolution chamber.
Yep.
There we go. Badoop.
Are we requiring night, or can I sleep?
You can sleep.
You can stay.
Sleep in
Are you going to need to get the whole way round this reactor? Or to 2 sides of it, 3 sides of it?
I'd say probably 3 sides.
As long as, like, it'll only be a problem once we get up to full scale, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm building something that fits what it needs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So I'm now chemically dissolving the fluorite and making hydrofluoric acid. So that's nice.
Cool.
And then that needs to go into a chemical infuser with uranium oxide. So I have this chemical infuser that I will place here. And then you can... slurries can come out of the front. You not a slurry? Is that the problem? You a gas? Yeah, you're a gas. You're not a slurry, are you, hydrofluoric acid?
It's a hydrochloric acid, yes.
And then I want a chemical oxidizer. Let's put you there. You are going to oxidize me some uranium.
My clicking's all wonky today.
Yeah?
I keep falling off of things that I'm not... because I'm not putting the block down like under my feet where it should be.
Right.
I'm not particularly high up, so it isn't going to kill me, but...
But not great.
It's an intriguing one nonetheless.
Okay, so I've now got uranium oxide going in with hydrofluoric acid. And so the final piece of this long and complicated puzzle is this isotropic centrifuge. Which apparently is set up perfectly fine there. That's nice. I like it when things just work. Oh, that's quite loud, isn't it?
Alright, so that's... Holy shit, that's putting out water pretty quick. That's not... I'm not using a sink, I'm using an aqueous accumulator, and that's pulling water out freaking quick.
Nice.
It's been like 10 seconds, it's already pulled out over 100,000.
That's
Holy crap.
pretty insane.
So it's 10 MB of water to 1 brine, and it's already accumulated almost 300.
Wow.
Now I just need to figure out where my machine is underneath to then to prompt with hydrogen to make chemical infusers so I can make my hydrogen chloride to then use chemical enrichment chamber, well, chemical injection chamber.
Yeah.
So I can do 4 instead of 3 and get more out of production. So
I'm making fissile fuel.
Huzzah!
right, so my power core, my advanced energy cube is here,
Mark this up.
which means my power cable is directly down beneath. Well, that's there, so that means it's... My machine should be somewhere around there. Right, let's see how many it's across. 1, 2, 4, 5. 5 and 1 back is my electrolyte separator. So 5 and 1 back, that means they're on top of my turbines. So from there, 1, 2, 5, that means it's sat directly there. So even if I dug it straight down, put it there, then into a chemical infuser, and then direct that into there, it should be fine.
Yay, it's all working.
Huzzah!
Now to start working on the next step of the process, which is the reactor itself.
Which is human sacrifice. I mean the reactor itself.
I need to dig about 10 down.
So I need 36 of those. They get made 4 at a time. Where's my calculator gone?
Assume. Do you want the turbine in a big glass enclosure, basically?
That would work.
Yeah.
Aha! Thought so. I dug directly behind my electrolyte separator. So I could actually move this.
And the turbine, yeah, it was 17. Is that 2, 3, 4?
Dan, do you have any spare osmium?
How much?
I need like 3 at the moment.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch as well, I think. All
Nice, John.
ingoted.
Unless John's used it all, and that's why he's asking.
Oh,
But yeah,
I'll go to
I've
the
got
flaps then. I know they're not using it at the moment. Would that be in the blacksmith?
Yeah. In the iron chest, I think it is. On the back wall.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my base is noisy now. Everything's going.
It's all go.
Okay.
I'll tuck this under the edge of the building a
4
bit.
reactor ports. So I need
Yeah, screw it, I should.
2 elite control circuits. I need more osmium for that.
So I need another chemical infuser.
The more you teleport, the more worried I get you might actually fall through. You're not the only one, Tanny. So I need 2...
1 day, Tanny, 1 day.
4... 8...
Do I sound slightly excited about that prospect?
A little bit too excited.
Okay, I think I figured out the layout.
Okay.
And then whichever one has the you needed a plant for processing the additional waste, didn't you?
Yeah.
So that will be an extra like building that comes up. I don't know how much space you need for that, mind, but
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure myself because I can't remember the machines that I need for that.
but we can expand it as it goes, basically.
Yeah.
Should be on here. Essentially, from the sky, it looks like a monster-wheeled tractor. Like a tiny little, or maybe like the front of a lorry, but on 2 monster wheels. It's going to be great. What do you think? Does this look like it's going to work?
Damn you!
Let me come take a look. Yeah, that definitely looks like a monster wheel tractor.
So basically, the... Oh, I should probably break down a block so you can climb in. Here you go. Huh.
Yeah, I'm hoping it might have a doorway at some point.
Yeah. This will probably be one of the doorways in.
Okay.
Because I basically want you to walk in and you'll be inside the 2 cooling towers.
Fair.
And this is where they kind of come together in the middle, with a bit of space for you to walk in. These bits won't be on the floor, but they're just to remind me that this is where they cross over and how they go. So you've got your 2 18 by 18s. I've pushed them towards the back so that hopefully there's less distance to have to do the cabling, I assume.
Yeah.
And then the... So this would be the, say, the reactor.
Yeah.
And then the turbine would be on this back one here, because this is the 17
Okay.
one. And then when we get the boiler to come in, it will go in this one.
Okay. Yeah, what I can do is I can start growing the reactor out from this corner.
Oh, okay, so it can grow in any direction. It doesn't have to be from the middle.
No. Like, because it's just getting bigger. It doesn't... I don't have to grow it outwards. I can sort of extend.
Yeah, I know that some multi-block things require from the middle, but...
And I should be able to just extend it.
Yeah. So that's cool. And then what's going to happen is these ones will come out. So you'll be able to walk around the side to, like, the back of here.
Yeah.
And then there'll be then you can access this as well. Because this, like, bit of wall here will come out, you'll be able to get along this corridor, basically, and then turn into the other little building that's here that can be expanded however much it needs to be the processing.
Right.
Which is why I was thinking this one would be the reactor, so that it's literally like you can pump it straight out and into
that
processing room, and then boilers the other side, because that just deals with different liquids, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like, literally, the boiler, all it does is you pump the heated sodium in and pump the water out into the turbine, and then the cooled sodium goes back into the reactor.
Yeah.
And the water comes back from the turbine.
Okay. So yeah, that makes sense.
This one won't need to bother with that building over there.
Yeah. Jeff is hopping on, but he's going to be muted.
Okay.
Just so you know. So yeah, I think this should work. Should fit. And then I'm kind of thinking that maybe you'll run the pipes in the floor and we'll walk over them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because that way then we've not got like loads of pipes coming out through the ceiling and silly.
Well, the only problem I can see with that one potentially is the pipe for water coming back from the turbine has to come out of the top of the turbine.
Yeah, we can run that one through.
So it might be that one is easier to sort of run across sort of roof level and then down into the reactor, and we can walk under it.
And while I like the idea of these being big, like, water cooling towers, I don't think it's going to be that they get narrow. I think they're going to be more like the big gas cylinder buildings.
Right.
And I might try and put some sort of grid up the outside like they have, and like a metal framework, perhaps. Because if these blocks can get up to 18 tall, I would either have to have the bases so much bigger to slope in at the right place to meet the 18 at the top, or I need to keep them much more
straight up.
Yeah, which I think makes more sense for this. Really. And like I say, I've got ideas of how I can still make it look interesting, and it's still going to be an eyesore on the landscape, which, let's face it, is generally what power stations do.
Yes.
Just be how they be sometimes. It's a good job I don't work for any of those companies, because I'm pretty sure I'd have been fired right now.
That is incredibly annoying, new mechanic mechanism.
What?
So you can, with your infusion, like the metallurgic infusion things, if you run the item that you're going to infuse into the thing through an enrichment chamber first, you can make a compressed version of it. And it used to make something that worked 8 times over. But now with some of the higher tier things, they take more to make. So whereas it used to be, you know, you could so I need 4 iron.
Oh, that reminds me, I should put torches in and make this place vaguely safe for you, shouldn't I, John?
Ideally, yes. I always prefer it when places are a little bit safe for me, especially when I'm going to be building a nuclear reactor in them.
Go.
It's only because there's now a zombie stood in here looking at me like, what doing?
That's what reminded you.
Yeah. Then I was like, oh yeah, John might need to survive in this. I also think I might very quickly build a glass house for Ed the Odd.
I was going to say a glass house so that you don't throw stones.
Wouldn't stop me throwing stones.
God's sake. Run away. Please leave me alive.
Aw, zombie villager out here.
There you are. Flash. Home. There we go.
Everything, yeah, turbine. Build from the corner as well.
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, I think that will require us to sort of take more of it apart, but because you have to build the turbine, like the turbine rotor has to go in the middle of the turbine.
Okay.
But that's sort of a
Minor
inconvenience, really, because we're going to have to be building it bigger anyway.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, might as well.
You won't be safe from spiders, but you should be safe from
Mega spiders.
most things.
Okay. Is it?
Oh, I should put a door in, shouldn't I?
A door would also be helpful, yes. I am going to come across now and build the reactor. Hopefully.
You just did the sink in the ground thing again.
That time, not so bad.
Oh, but it's weird, isn't it? Oh, hello, you little bugger, get out.
You little bastard!
Salt.
Bastard, you.
So when you say it's
Yeah,
this
you-
corner, is
Where
it
you're
literally
stood
this
is
corner?
The corner. Yeah. That is 18 by 18.
So this needs to be 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3.
Whether for the turbine, whether you want it to push through this wall, or whether you want it to be back, like pushed back a little.
That is a good
I might-
question.
Might push it back by 2. So that it doesn't interfere with that wall at all.
So I need one port to go out and one port to come in from the water. One port to go out of fuel and one port to, well, waste in from fuel. And let's finish it off.
So do you have to be able to access those ports, or are they just for cabling?
They're just for cabling.
Oh, okay. Cool.
The logs.
We have a fission reactor.
Hey!
Nice.
This is
Fission
it.
what?
Now I need a sink.
Figure out a door. Found a good door, but it's metal, so we'll need buttons. Look at that.
I mean, that's a door.
That is indeed a door. Also, because it's that side of the block, a button works super well. Yes. Makes a good sound as well.
Yeah.
Having fun there.
There was some aquamarine.
That makes sense.
And my laser does fortune, so I get a lot of aquamarine out of the aquamarine.
Yeah. Nice.
I think that was 3 or 4 different aquamarine nodules. I got 23 aquamarine.
Snazzy. Snazzy is definitely the word.
Okay, that's a sink. I need a sink.
As in a kitchen sink.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. Just checking. It was the image I had in my head, so I just needed to know whether it was correct or not. Turns out it was.
I mean, as I've said to Dan, I can't remember if I said it on stream or off, but the kitchen sink from cooking with blockheads is such an amazing,
Infinite water supply.
cheap, infinite water supply.
Or you can use the Aquas accumulator from thermal, because that's now there as well.
Fair point.
Time thing on them though.
Pardon?
Like, can you only pull so much out of the Aqueous at any time, or are they both essentially infinite?
Basically
It's
both
infinite.
infinite.
Aquas accumulator just requires blocks of water around it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair then.
It's like I've got one. I made one and it hooked up to my thermal evaporation block, and essentially, my thermal evaporation plant will never ever be out of water. It filled up in probably a minute.
It feels like there should be more of a drawback to both of them. Like a slowed down time or...
It just pulls water out so quick.
Yeah, it's impressive. My head just says, no, there's got to be something, surely.
Should be, but there's not.
No. That's what we like.
So while I've got a tank currently filling up with my fissile fuel, so that I can bring some over for a test run. But before I do that, I want to put some water in this because it needs to be cooled, otherwise kaboom.
Kaboom.
Kaboom is bad.
Also, you'll notice I did build quite close to the water. I was wondering about whether we maybe built like a bit of an outlet to it, just from the outside, so it looks like we're pumping water out and potentially in.
Not a bad idea.
Kind of wondered whether the intake was the river and the outlet was the pond that's behind.
So that's now to electrolyte separate, which is now giving me sodium and chlorine. So it's a chlorine from there that I need into my chemical infuser.
Oh wait, you weren't meant to be water input though. Whoops.
8, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So that's
So this is 18, John. If you look to the front door.
Yep, that's pretty tall.
Yeah?
That's pretty dang tall.
That it be. Are you going to need to be processing the waste straight away?
I'm going to need to be storing it straight away.
Okay.
Because once I'm getting it, and also, other important thing to note, once there's waste in the system, we can't move the system until there's not waste in the system.
Why? No sign of morning coming?
That would be because you have developed your personal starlight level to 25.
Yep, I've done that.
Huh. That's no morning.
Well, I can't do the advanced version because I can't make any more things. I've got like 8. osmium. The thing.
Yeah, this water tank has a lot of space for water. You know how fast you were saying yours filled up, Dan?
Yes.
Mine's not halfway yet.
How big's the tank on that? How much have you got in it?
So far, not even halfway. It's past 1.25 million.
Holy shit! That's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's a lot.
That is a lot.
I do like, though, that you can actually see the water in this. Like, not just in the graphic. Like, if you come down here, Sean, you can literally see the water in the block.
Yeah, that's cool.
So where have you actually made this then?
If you go to dry...
Dry land and sand, I think it's called. In the teleporter. It's a global one.
It's a global one, so you should always just have it. It might just be on the second page.
Dry land with sand.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to work it out from there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This is kind of an area which I've been over to. I've kind of been on the bottom half of it. Because I was looking for an end portal, and there's actually an end portal kind of like this kind of direction.
Over there.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is my new edge.
Reactor glass. This is the time. Holy crap!
See the
2.5
water level
million
going
water.
up on each side.
Mm,
Oh, that's cool. If you stand at the diagonal, they stay at the same height.
yeah.
Like the whole thing's filling up. I kind of wasn't sure whether it would fill them up as separate tanks.
In fact, it's just literally using a sink as well. It's great.
But the thing is, once it's like set up with the turbine, it's a closed system.
Mm.
So once it's all set up and running properly and balanced properly,
Yeah.
I don't need the sink anymore.
Mm.
But until then, to get it kick-started and to make sure that it fills up with water and stays full.
Mm.
See, it's past 3 million.
That's insane.
I think it might be 3.5.
Hey, you do realize there's a dragon over west, right?
Yes.
Dragon's blood everywhere.
If you so wish to go and do something about it, you're more than welcome to.
So it's 3.6 million.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So Shan,
John.
to begin with, I have waste buckets. Where am I putting the waste buckets?
They will come into this room, so this will be a wall across here.
So if I put them sort of here?
Yeah.
Because basically they
And
will
then-
be storage of the waste until I do something with it.
Yeah.
But sort of,
And then the processing can come this side and can expand as far as you need it, I guess.
yeah. I can sort of
Kinda
work it
depends.
around the wall.
Yeah.
But basically, while
I-
they're sitting in here, they break, like, the nuclear stuff breaks down, the waste breaks down. So as long
Right,
as
it
new
has
stuff
to-
isn't going in, it sort of wears off.
There's actually 2 dragons over here.
Yeah, there are. We might need to call Exterminator Tanny in.
There's a blue dragon and a yellow orange dragon.
Yeah, you might not want to work it the whole way around the wall. Oh, I should knock this bit out.
Can't help but feel that
Yeah.
while we're working on nuclear power, Sean's doing something entirely different, having just earned the flower power.
Has he suddenly become Super Mario?
I'm now activist. I'm going to be picketing your nuclear power station.
You might do better to work it backwards and forwards. If I knock out the floor underneath this won't make a difference, will it?
No, that'll be fine. You might
Okey-doke.
want to leave me the space to run the cables into them. Like, in the floor.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. You might want to like run them up and then run them back with a pathway in between them.
What's
So
so
they
like,
come up here and then back down these two and then up.
yeah. I'm
Like
not
that.
100% sure what exactly the processing of them is at the moment.
Yeah.
That's the other
But if-
tutorial that I haven't got to yet.
If you need to put more in, I would do them that way so we can extend the building
Yeah.
out, because we can go out to the side and we can also go back.
That
And I
makes sense.
think that would be sensible. I'm also working on putting some lighting in to, you know, not have stuff spawn ideally. Kind of feel like part of me says I should have done more high-tech blocks for this, but at the same
Right.
time, like,
Oh, I think I
don't
have
know
the stuff
how-
for that.
how high-tech it would normally get.
What are you working on, Sean?
World domination.
And stuff. I need to get materials from them.
Ah, fair.
So the achievement I just got for flower power was I found some rat glove flowers and I converted them into petals because I can build a bunch of stuff from using the petals along with other things. So yay! So nothing massively exciting, just getting stuff.
Fair.
Back. I'm back in.
Oh, I found one of my old grave sites. Huh. And there's nothing. Oh no, there's a few things in here. Huh. Cool.
Dig on.
Free stuff. Yeah.
And there's a dragon just there in the sky out to the ocean.
Yeah, they don't have like to just loiter around the place.
Hmm.
I assume
Anyway.
with this turbine, John, you're not going to need to keep getting the whole way around it.
No.
Because we can just build it from that corner, and as you're expanding it, we can go through the external wall, which is going to be glass anyway.
I also feel that I should pop one of these in. Sean,
What in?
come and take a look at what I've just added to the wall in here.
What's that?
Flick the switch.
I think if we're going to put it anywhere, though, we should put it... If you put it above... Oh no, they don't work on those walls, do they? I think I might have to change this to be flat. Can they go somewhere above the door? Like, can you have it... Yeah. There you go.
Sean has been captured.
And I'm getting out of there because I just thingied that dragon.
Oh no, Sean has done some capturing.
Easy mistake to make.
Bless you!
Bless
Oh,
you.
Bless you.
excuse me. Okay.
Oh,
Is Jeff here but muted?
He said
I
he
got-
was going to be, and then... I don't know, because he isn't in the... He is in... So I don't know whether he just means he was not going to be in call. Because he is in the server, so... I'm not quite sure.
I think that blah blah. Blah de blah yakadish makade.
What would be a type of glass to use for this, John? Just like structural glass from Mechanism?
I mean,
Because that's
structural
too
glass is
expensive.
literally what I am building to build the turbine, so maybe not that, because I think that is that is
That a really expensive one. We've not got any pretty
no.
glass.
There's
I
a
assume quartz glass and stuff. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass to make.
there's a distinct lack of just nice glass.
Just gonna go with glass. Bog standard
Just glass.
Minecraft glass. It doesn't even like merge together.
Right.
Which is a slight shame, but you know. What's we gonna do?
Panic, scream, cry.
You know,
Yeah.
other than that.
Okay. That bit is now tall enough not to
Right.
let mobs hop in.
How are you doing, tank filling up? You're about halfway.
I kind of
Let's-
assume having two doors here is a good idea. Oh, I didn't introduce you to Ed, did I?
Oh no.
How terrible of me.
So I need 5 rotors.
Bloody irritating as well, isn't it?
Oh, for God's sake.
So that's 5 rotors.
Can I sleep?
I have no need for night. Don't know about John.
Oh, I need day, because otherwise I'm going to die.
I mean, if you can't sleep, I can sleep.
I just attempted to sleep, but it's still nighttime. So
I can sleep if you need day.
I'm getting attacked by everything.
There you go.
Thank you. I think the devolved things can survive in the daylight, but they only spawn at night.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you've just got those annoying fucking flying rat heads
No,
that
yeah.
fire at you.
I am going to need to mine so much iron after this.
Have you used any of the stuff from the fox den?
I could come and get some more from the fox den. I have used a stack.
Yeah.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 stacks of ingots, and then I've got 651 of iron dust from the pulverizer, and then 577 from the mechanism machines.
Oh, I should really change the floor, shouldn't I? So now this machine's in on the corner, I can just take this out now, can't I? The pattern.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay. And the boiler, are you building that from the corner as well?
I will do when that's...
Okay. So I'll leave a corner in. That's all I'm thinking. Either I leave the middle block in or I leave the corner.
I need to go try and find osmium because I've got like none.
Yeah, I need to hunt some of that down as well.
Where does that one come from? That a mining one?
Yeah.
Osmium ore, yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do, because we've all been mining around this area. So
Get up here. There you are.
Right, so that's my rotational complex. I need coils. Oh, gods. So that's-
Oh! God, no.
Oh gods.
Begone! You rat bastard!
I want to take that torch out.
So that's my electromagnetic coils. pressure dispersers. I need 8 of you. More iron. So that's 8 more for that.
It feels incredibly dangerous digging under a nuclear reactor to put in new flooring. But will that stop me?
I
Never.
don't think so.
Oh, oh.
Okay, so that's 8 of those. I need 6 saturating condensers. That's not too bad. Is 6 buckets though?
Oh, 6 buckets.
Bring it up, you red bastard!
I can't help but feel like Sean's having an interesting time.
Sean's certainly having a time.
Like, I forgot that Ratlantians can also spawn near other things that would spawn enemies, aka like rat galleons and stuff like that.
Oh, right, yeah.
Luckily, they're not too bad to kill. I say that with only like 2.5 hearts left.
Okay, so I then need 152 turbine casing.
Just a couple. So what size of this are you going for on each of them? Because you're like ramping them up, don't you?
So the current level is a 5x5x9 turbine.
Right.
Yeah, you red bastard. There we go.
So that should be that. And then structural glass.
Now what have I picked up?
I need 58.
Oh, develop my personal style at level to 10.
What was yours collecting for?
The combat centric one.
Oh, the damage done.
Yeah.
Because Tanny was damage received, weren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Their armor, I'm attack.
And I'm mining.
I'm moving.
And Sean is shaking.
Block placing.
Slash home.
Block placing and generally causing chaos.
I guess
I got another block of gold.
I also need the vents. Need
My eyes.
So I need 33 of these.
How do you make an archaeology rat? I need another chunky rat token. Well, a chunky token. Chunky cheese token. So, make that. I got an archaeology.
Ed the Odd lives at the power station now.
Okay.
He's mostly safe to be around.
An archaeologist's hat.
An archaeologist's hat.
I could have sworn someone picked one up from somewhere. Can't remember.
Not that I remembered from my own explorations, but
I can have a quick look. I think anything rats though I gave.
I could have sworn. It's just I could have sworn last time we played someone. Message from Jeff Jr.
Beep boop.
I just could have sworn that last time we played, I heard someone mention it, but
quite possibly.
I'm not seeing an archaeology hat here.
I can't remember who I thought said it either. That's the problem.
That's another problem with it. Yeah.
Well, it might have been something. It might have been someone. One of the plague doctors might have been selling it.
Possibly.
That may be why it was mentioned.
Are they very difficult to make or not too bad?
You can't make them.
Oh, okay.
They are a rare drop from husks or skeletons in jungles. So unless I can get one from a plague doctor or find a jungle with ample skeletons. There's a useful little upgrade for a rat. You can like turn overworld stuff into things from Ratlantis.
Okay.
Which is useful.
Hmm.
Right. Thanks to Jeff and Jeff Jr. for popping over with the steel. I now think I have everything I need to make the turbine.
I've gone short again. What the hell is this?
I don't know. It does seem to happen randomly.
Suddenly I feel like I'm knee-deep in the ground.
Like you're
That's because you need
crouching.
around.
Ooh, fancy floors.
Like the factory floors in this one. Because I suddenly remembered they were a thing. But we don't have them, so I thought actually this is...
Yeah, the factory floor would have been good, but unfortunately that was chisel. And they've not updated to 1.16 yet.
Because they suck.
Yeah.
So, This is the corner of the turbine, yes?
No, nope. Bloop. Yeah. So I basically did the same thing, and have done for the boiler as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, from what I understand, the turbine is very complicated. And
Right.
like most multi-blocks, you sort of have a selection of blocks. You know, you've got a size that you can build it.
But not this one.
And for most things, bigger is better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really the only measurement on the multi-block. Not quite
Yeah.
with this, because it depends what you build it out of, and there are a bunch of blocks that you can build it out of.
And it's, I guess, more of a balancing.
And it's very much a balancing act. So, sort of,
Okay.
the number of rotors you can fit in. So there's the rotor that goes in the middle, such as this giant pole that I've put into the centre of the turbine.
Yeah.
Each of these blocks can support 2 blades. And you'll notice, either on the stream or just by turning around to look at it, as they go up the rotor, the block gets bigger.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So the maximum that this can go up to is 5. So a 5x5 can have 5 rotor blades going up the middle, and then you need to put in another sort of space outwards before you can go another one up. Because otherwise they collide with the edge, and it won't spin, and it won't work.
Yeah. Oh, did you meet Ed, by the way?
I have now I've now noticed Ed.
If you stand back and you look at his feet, you can get the name to pop up on the screen.
No, I'm
Kind
not
of
seeing it.
here. Can you look at his feet? Not through the glass.
Yeah, no, it's not popping up for me.
Well, I mean, I can break the wall.
Ed the odd. Ow. Yes, he's very odd.
Yeah. He also lives in a glass house.
So basically, yeah, like that's one of the things. Is not only, like, it's not just a case of make your turbine as large as possible. It's sort of the balancing act of how big do you want to go versus how much can you actually support it.
Yeah.
And so this sort of first level of the turbine, where the rotor itself is, it's fairly simple. In that you put the rotor up the middle, and then you surround it in either structural glass
Yeah.
or turbine casing. The turbine casing has to go in the corners.
Yeah.
Like
Which
most.
I guess is to tell it how big the turbine is. To give it the reference
Yeah.
mark.
It's also a fairly standard thing with multi-blocks is you have to have sort of the outline of it built with itself.
Yeah.
But once you get up to this height, where we're equal with the rotor, the middle has to be a rotational complex that attaches to the rotor.
Okay.
Which is what rotates and gives us power.
Yeah.
And then around that, you have to put pressure dispersers.
Right.
And the entire layer at this height has to be pressure dispersers. So obviously, because this is a 5x5, the internal dimension is a 3x3. So you sort of get 9 blocks in the middle. So you've got 1 rotational complex and 8 pressure dispersers. But if you're going up a larger size, all of this layer has to be pressure dispersers.
Right.
And then, if I'm remembering correctly, we put the vents on the outside. And we will be proved incorrect later on if this doesn't form into a reactor or into a turbine.
Yeah.
Above the rotational complex, you need to place the electromagnetic coils. And the electromagnetic coils, again, depend on how many turbine blades you have. And if I'm remembering the maths correctly from the video, each electromagnetic coil can handle up to 4 blades.
Okay.
So we've got 3 because we've got 10 blades. And you have to kind of round up.
Right. I think I follow.
I'm glad because I think I'm saying it correctly. I'm hopeful. The only rules with the electromagnetic coil, other than you need enough for the number of blades you have, is that they all need to be touching. So you can't sort of grid pattern them or anything. As Jeff says, if it doesn't go boom, I'm probably right. The other thing on this layer is the saturating condensers, which is what turns the steam back into water. Then I think I need to put another layer of vents in, and then turbine cases. Oh! Ah, poop.
Would you like some dirt?
Yes. I have some cut diorite, but yeah, dirt's probably easier to take out.
It's quicker to take back out again. And won't risk your mining tool taking more...
Jeff has a jetpack, Jesus Christ.
Okay. We have a turbine.
Yay!
Boom!
John was getting shot at on your tower. Look at this dude. Stood here trying to have a fight with you.
Well, we do have a turbine. The only problem is, at the moment, we don't have any way to put the water, to put the stuff, the steam in it, and get the power out. Getting the power out is kind of useful.
But it is now seen as a turbine.
But it is now a turbine. So let me just break some of these and grab the valves. So we've got one valve to put the steam in, one valve to take the power out, and it's a turbine again.
Multi-block, how does that work?
What's that?
When this goes even bigger, like up to the full-size multi-block, how will this work? Does this corner just essentially get pulled out and you just
Pretty
get more
much.
and more blades on top?
Pretty much.
Okay, cool.
I mean, the other thing is, sort of as I was saying with going up, you also then have to put more coils in at the top level.
Yeah.
And then if you click on it, and you see the turbine stats.
Oh, yeah.
So the turbine statistics nicely tell you, which is your limiting factor at the moment. So in terms of power production...
you know which ones to up.
Which one is the one that's holding it back. So for instance, with this one, we know that the coils can support up to 12, and we've only got 10 blades. So blades is our limiting power production part at the moment.
Yeah.
And then in terms of steam flow, we've only got 33 vents, which is limiting us compared to the 8 dispersers we have.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm just gonna run back to the base and build us up some pipes and tubes and things to be able to move the water and the... Oh god. The water and the steam back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And bring over the fissile fuel, and hopefully we'll be able to have a test run of the reactor.
You need to claim this area as well.
I also need to do that, yes. Ow.
I'm also kind of wondering whether we need to move that waystone. Like, not necessarily inside, but closer.
Might be an idea. Oh wait, I have... where's my stew gone? Where did I put the stew? Did I already eat the stew?
You're not allowed to eat any of Sean's trippy food while you're dealing with
Oh, but I've got
Fission.
some of it. It's also,
Don't know what that man might have laced it with.
It's also the best feud.
The best
I laced
food.
it with I laced it with magic mushrooms.
And it happens that they're banned on the nuclear site. So, you know.
I'll just stay over here for like 2 minutes.
You don't wanna have the best food, man. That's your own problem, man.
Screw the system, man. Oh, hello, I just saw dragon wings.
That's not great.
Griefing is off, right?
Yes.
Cool. So only potential death of John is,
Falling, nuclear blast.
I believe that she means just the death of John by dragon.
yeah. Keep dreaming, Sean. Keep dreaming.
I was thinking you meant that you won't die by dragon, but I was pointing out the ways he could die.
True. If And, like, into this window.
Yes.
And maybe through this bit of wall. Is that possible, or does it freak out the thing? I thought that might make your life easier. So that would be cool, because then I can do that, so we get a nice neat from this side coming through the wall. Yeah. I assume the turbine valves can come out of literally any side.
They can't go in the corners of the machine or the top or bottom.
Oh, okay, they have to come out of a wall.
But yeah.
Fair. And I guess they can both come out of one side once it gets bigger.
Yeah, if we want it to, yeah.
Cool.
Running right at the speed of sound.
I like the buttons being right next to the door like this. This is my new favourite way to do buttons. Because you can run into the door. Hey, John.
Shall I run this under the floor? Or in the floor level?
We can step over it like normal. We don't, like, drop into it, do we?
I'm going to run it under the floor.
Okay. At least under that one, yeah.
I just found some ironclad netherite chest plate.
In which case, I'll do that.
Great.
You just found some what? Sorry, Dan?
Ironclad netherite chest plate I just found.
Ooh. Sounds snazzy.
Well, netherite's the newest material in vanilla Minecraft.
Dang it, 1 over.
Did you miss, John?
Just a little. Now I believe this needs to go in tubes.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, I should probably be doing this bit properly, but hey, I'm here now. So should I continue and build these right up to full height?
Yeah, might as well. Okay. Water going in, steam. I need to get my water to come back again. Yeah, that would come in handy.
What's that?
Jeff in the chat has said it would be really useful if there was some sort of like gadget tool belt.
Yeah, there is. It's called Tool Belt. Does that help? There is called Tool Belt.
It's not coming up in JEI.
It's there. It's under Tetra. It's rope, which you then make into a tool belt. You got it?
Oh yeah,
I
it's
got
just
rope.
called rope.
Yep, rope with slot belt, and you put that into the workbench. Put lever onto it, and it turns into a tool belt. And the tool belt can hold up to 3 items.
Cool.
There you go, Jeff.
And then if you upgrade it, it can hold more. So there you go. There you go. There's a tool belt that you can use.
Though I guarantee you'll always need one more slot than you have.
Yeah.
So don't get your hopes too high.
Oh, I've just come across the mother load.
Yeah.
I've now just found another spawner, and this time, this one has Netherite boots of latent magic.
Nice.
So I have a Netherite chest plate, and now I have Netherite boot.
Right. Did I have any more compressed carbon?
Can I stop picking up the seeds? Dang nabbit. I do not want them.
Well, tough.
I should really carry my ender pouch with me when I go mining.
Yes.
Did you manage to figure out something to empty your pouch?
Yeah.
Nice.
My pouch goes into a crystal clear chest.
Nice. Pants. Overzealous with my clicking, clearly.
I'm going to leave that all to go for now. I'm just going to do 3. So that's going to require more oxygen. Wonder if... No, I can't feed that up.
I've done shrunk again.
You like shrinking, don't you?
It, like suddenly you start to crouch.
Hmm.
The only way I can describe it. How's it going, John? How we looking?
I am just grabbing some pipes to run water.
I just realised all my white sheep have gone.
Huh.
Yeah.
Lol.
Weird.
Like, my coloured sheep are still here, but all of my kind of normal white sheep have gone.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
I put the dirt away and now I need to get up there to the vents.
Should have thought about that before you were a bit.
Thank you, Sean.
Where does the water?
So it can come out of any of these vents.
That's right in the hallway, and we can't walk under it. So you might want to put it up one.
That works.
Yeah.
Okay. And indeed, Dokei. I guess it is time for the final test.
Okay.
I'll go get some fuel.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we need to put the alarm on for this.
It's not just yet.
No, but it's a great alarm. Can you hear it from over there?
No.
No.
Let down. If I knew how to set up command blocks properly, I'd just have one that whenever anyone that wasn't me or Michael was in the Fox den, that would go off. Because you can do vicinity ones, can't you?
Yeah.
But I have no idea like how to write them to actually get them to work. Might have to suggest it to Michael, see if he knows. Either that or someone could make one that sets off every time Michael goes in there. That might be a bit too evil.
Sounds perfect.
Have they got different colours of lights or only a red?
Only a red, I believe.
If it was a Micheloni one, it would have to be an orange light. Just, you know, so it's on brand.
Okay, you can start sounding the alarm.
Oh, you can hit it on the way in.
I'm approaching with fissile fuel.
Smack it on the way in.
Okay. What do you reckon? Fissile fuel, gas or liquid?
Is the gas?
I would. What's it made out of? What's it made out of? What kind of?
It is a gas.
Okay.
The fission reactor is now full.
Of beans.
Of fissile fuel.
Of bees.
It's full of beans.
Okay.
Definitely didn't do that on purpose.
I'm pressing the activate button.
Okay. Uh-oh. Don't like that sound.
There is steam in the pipe.
Guys, it'd be whirring.
Oh, look at the turbine.
Ooh.
I refuse.
It's one hell of a hum. Jesus.
It's a serious old hum.
It's a
I'm
humdinger.
gonna turn the alarm off.
I'm gonna move the alarm. And it needs to go here instead. Yeah.
I do like that literally there are two buttons on the generator: activate and scram.
Has the word just stopped?
I turned it off.
Okay.
So by default,
Is
when you
is this steam in here that I can see on the glass?
yes,
What? That's so cool.
it's going down because it's being used up. And it's turning back into water that would go into these pipes. So by default, when you build a reactor, because they want you to be safe with it and sensible and things, by default the burn rate is limited to 0.1 millibucket per tick. One of the things that you put into this is a reactor control rod. It's the thing that you can see in the middle there.
Mm-hmm.
For each of those, you get 1 millibucket of burn.
Okay.
So with a
I think I
reactor
follow.
the size that we've got it, the maximum that we can burn in fissile fuel buckets is 1 millibucket per tick.
Right.
Now, the turbine back here
Mm-hmm.
can handle a max water output of 384,000
Oh wait.
millibuckets per tick, which is the lowest of the statistics that it can deal with. To get that, we could put 19.2 millibuckets per tick burn time on. But our
Right.
reactor can't handle that, so I'm going to put it up to 1, and everything's going to still be perfectly fine.
Everything will be fine.
Except it's going to use a little bit more fissile fuel. It's going to burn the water a little bit quicker, but it's already filling back up again.
Does anything happen when we, don't need all the power it's kicking out? Like, if it fills up with power, is that a bad thing?
I don't think so,
Okay.
but I don't know for sure. But you can now see that this is spinning a little bit faster.
Oh, I like how they spin at different rates.
Have you got it
Yeah.
working?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go have a gander then. So.
Got a good hum on it.
Boing.
So these buckets of barrels of nuclear waste are also 1% full at the moment.
Okay.
So whatever you do, don't break any of this pipe that is coming out of here.
Break
Or
it.
Don't break the barrels.
Do we need to put a sign on there that says
I
"Do
mean,
not break"?
part of me says yes, because it's really bad if it happens. Part of me says Michael and Dan are on this server and the paint wouldn't even dry.
Whoa, no, I would never do such a thing.
I mean, do I need to remind you that I just said don't break this?
Yeah, I
and
know,
your
I
first response was break it.
It's my first response to everything. Let's go and have a gander at your thing.
When in doubt, break it.
I've just seen a skeleton with a straw hat. He looked like very...
Like a very distinguished gentleman.
Yes. And the sight diamond pavers. Ooh.
So this is the reactor, Dan.
So the react... Oh my god, that's a loud hum.
Isn't it just?
Coolant tank of 3.6 million water. Fuel tank of fissile fluids on 8,000.
Whoever dug that mine shaft outside, there's no skeleton or anything in it. Just, yeah.
And then through here is your turbine.
So that's feeding fissile. So how did you get the fissile fuel then?
Oh, the setup's back at my base for that.
Ah.
My plan is to put a quantum entangler porter here and there so that it...
And then... There's
So
your
this
radioactive waste.
This is waste storage.
Which you would
soon to be
continue-
processing.
Yeah.
And then this is the turbine.
Huh.
So this will do... this is currently doing a max production of 1.5 MFE.
What's with this skeleton trapped in glass?
That's Ed the Odd.
Oh, okay.
Security guard.
So... So what's this actually creating then?
So this heats water and turns it into steam.
Which goes to the turbine.
And then the turbine produces a lot of electricity.
Alright, okay.
And turns the steam back into water.
Ah, okay. Because
So
then how do you get the fissile fuel? So have you? So that's from uranium hexafluoride.
yeah, if you come back to the castle, I'll show you that setup. And yes, Tanny, the buildings be big because the turbine will eventually be very big.
Be fucking huge.
Ah, I see.
So yeah, basically this is the setup.
Oh, Jesus. Right, so what?
It's a little complex, but it does only
Yeah,
require
'cause
you to
I've
throw in
seen-
about 3 things.
Yeah, because I've seen your sulfur settle, and then your sulfur trioxide, however that gets made.
So yeah, this is doing the sulfur trioxide, and then that gets pushed out into here where it's getting turned into...
Sulfur acid with water vapor from the rotary condenser.
Yep.
Then
And then-
sulfur acid is getting dissolutioned into hydrofluoric acid, which then it's got nothing to do, but that's making uranium.
Yeah.
And then uranium hexafluoride to fissile fuel. Jeez. Right. So then what are you doing? Just then transporting it from the isotopic centrifuge over there then?
Well, yeah, the plan is going to be to put basically a quantum entangler porter here,
Yeah.
and then one over there that will teleport it there.
Hmm.
But literally, like, this whole setup requires I need to automate 3 inputs into it, because I need to just put coal in the pressurized reaction chamber. I need to put fluoride in the chemical dissolution chamber, and yellow cake uranium into the chemical oxidizer.
Yeah.
The rest of it just sort of handles itself. So, seriously, like, it's a pain in the butt to set it up.
Yeah, because you've got to think, I need this, this, this. It's like...
But
it's like
once you've got the machines set up, it's literally like 3 things. You're putting 3 things in.
Well, it's like with the setup I've been trying to do here with trying to make for the chemical injection. It's like I've got 2 electrolyzer separators because I need water to separate into hydrogen, which goes into chemical infuser. Then I need to separate brine into sodium and chlorine and get the chlorine into the chemical infuser. Then hydrogen and chlorine to make the hydrogen chloride.
And that, everybody, it's science.
Yep.
I was not a chemistry person. Biology was my jam.
No, I could do chem if I really wanted. If I really put my mind out, I could easily sit down and do chem easy.
I could figure it out, but it just wasn't something that came naturally to me. Whereas biology was easier. It just sits better in my head for me.
That's fair.
So with the uranium ingots I've got, you need them crushed, don't you? Into enriched into yellow cake uranium.
Yeah, if you want to do that.
Yeah, it's fine. I'd say no point in crush now, so I'll just be putting it going back a step again.
But I think with all that done, that's a good wrapping up point.
Yeah.
I think one thing I hope to do between this session and next session is actually get on and do some mining. Lord knows I need to do some mining now.
Yeah.
The other thing I'd like to do is set up the quantum entangler porters. So that I can get fissile fuel over there and electrical power back again.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then I don't know what I'm going to do next week.
Try and make the...
I mean, I guess actually,
plutonium?
dealing with nuclear waste might be a good plan.
Yeah, because you need the spent nuclear waste to make plutonium, but because nuclear waste to make plutonium.
What you haven't done is claim the chunks over here.
That is another thing that I haven't done, yes.
Because then with the plutonium we can make mecha suits.
Yes, indeed. And also the QIO drive, which looks very interesting.
Yeah,
I like to imagine
looked at that.
If we give Sean one of those suits, he'll just be skipping through Atlantis, murdering left, right, and centre. Without a care in the world.
I mean, I'm fairly certain he's doing that at the moment.
Well, currently, no. It is still very tough to keep going through. He's already gotten like nearly halfway through a dragon scale helmet with the amount of damage I've been taking.
Jeez.
So,
yeah, maybe we'll get you a mecha suit soon.
There's a lot of stuff that wants me dead.
Only that.
A lot
right,
of,
so let me...
shit in that map comes out.
Claim the chunks. I won't chunk load them yet, but these will be... I will need to chunk load these because we need the reactor to run if it's going to generate us power.
Unlimited power!
But I also think for now, because we're not plugged into it, I'm just going to turn it off.
Yeah, I've also muted it.
That is a good plan, and I might do the same.
I'm less convinced that it's a good idea for you. Only for the fact that it's quite good to be able to hear if it's on or not.
That is fair, actually. I mean, one of the quite nice things is that there is a possibility that if it gets set up wrong and it's not cooling itself down at a sufficient rate, it can take damage.
And we could come back onto the server and it's blown up.
And if it takes damage, it'll eventually drop to a point where there is a big kaboom.
An earth-shattering kaboom?
Yes. But nicely, if it does start to take damage and you're monitoring it properly,
yeah,
you'll notice that the damage starts going up, and then all you need to do is turn it off, and while it's off, the damage repairs itself. You don't need to do anything to it.
Okay, but you just need to let it...
You just need to let it chill. Yeah, we need to deal with that nuclear waste, because it's already at 11%.
Yeah, we're going to need a lot more tubs than this.
So nicely, it splits it equally between each of the barrels, so it doesn't fill one and then fill the other.
You might as well
so they're both at 11%?
So they're both at 11%.
You might want to craft more and just put them all around the room.
Yes.
No. Maybe. What we want to do is we want to start processing it into the polonium using the solar neutron activator that then also gives us spent nuclear waste, I believe, as a byproduct.
Yeah.
Which gives it to us... Oh, no, sorry. We make the polonium fluid, and then we make the polonium pellet from the fluid and water and some fluorite dust. And then that gives us back spent nuclear waste, which is 10% of the amount of nuclear waste.
Oh, okay.
So we get a lot less spent nuclear waste at the far end of that. It is still horribly radioactive and not very nice to have around.
But
it's less.
Yeah.
And then also, as I say, if you're not constantly running it, it does sort of dissipate. But what we want to be doing is storing that spent nuclear waste in massive quantities, not the useful nuclear waste that we can turn into polonium. And then I think some other stuff as well.
Don't run too far that way, John.
Is this where dragons be?
North is not your friend. If you stand on this corner, he will just spawns in. Like, this way, looking straight north. I don't know what that particular piece has done that he's electrocuting.
Yep.
But...
Let's be thankful he's angry at that bit. But yeah, the polonium, the other thing we can do with it is put it into a supercritical phase shifter and make antimatter. Tanny says they will fight that dragon later.
Exterminator Tannies on it.
I thought that... Yeah, So yeah, jeez, the amount of stuff you can do with nuclear waste. Who knew it was useful? We can also make plutonium. We can make polonium and plutonium pellets.
One shot.
But yeah, maybe next time would be a good idea to start setting up using the nuclear waste so that it doesn't build up in massive quantities before we start expanding out the reactor.
Yeah.
That's sort of. I need to tell you guys that I've managed to get Pinocchio's blood-seeking, nimble guilt cutter of great lengths.
And
Okay.
on that note, thank you guys so much for being with us tonight. If you haven't done so already, please do smash that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know when we go live, and a completely free way that you can support us on the channel.
Although you might be liable for the repairs if you do smash it.
Yeah, that's on Twitch's half. Coming up this week, we've got a couple of different streams. On Wednesday night, some intrepid ghost hunters are going to go ghost hunting in Phasmophobia.
Oh, yeah.
On
A woo.
I'm not sure if Sean is happy and excited about it, or is a ghost. Oh no, he's a ghost. So stay tuned for Wednesday for that. On Thursday, Angel is going to be playing some more Secrets of Monkey Island. And then on Sunday, we will be back. Sunday, we will be back with Waterdeep Dragon Heist, where the group is on the way to the Vault of the Dragon. Because they know that Lord Castellanter wants his hands on what's inside for some reason. They know that they know where to go and they know how to get inside. So now they are heading there to try and get there first.
Yeah, filthy mitts on them.
And then we will be back for more Minecraft Mondays next Monday. Where, as I say, nuclear waste management might be a thing. In the meantime, let's see who is live to raid. I've not seen Luke and James be online for a while, so should we throw a raid at them playing some Rust?
Let's do that.
I think the answer is yes, we're going to do that. So we're going to throw a raid at Luke and James. If you get over there, say that we sent you and refresh the page. We will see you guys again real soon. For now, so long and see you later.